up, guys? This is Anthony from Anthony's Customs, and I'm here with the No Other SOTA Street Fighter figure review. This is the round 3 Sakura figure, or Sakura. I know it's probably technically Sakura, but I've always called her Sakura, so I'm probably going to keep doing it. She stands about 5.5 inches tall, and she falls over if you hit her with a ruler, so that's a really nice feature. These are all of the variants of Sakura. One of the major problems with this figure is that it has trouble standing. For the same reasons as Gen, it's very difficult to get this figure to stand. It definitely takes some time to get the pose right, more than anything else to get the feet set properly, because they're not flat, they're curved. We'll get to that. Anyway, we have the Player 1 version here, the employee exclusive clear version here, the gray and pink there, the orange and pink there, red and yellow in the back right there, green and yellow in the back there, and then the dark Sakura, which is gray and yellow with red instead of the gray and pink with blue. So those are all of the different versions. We're going to use the Player 1 to go over the figure review, but there you can see these three over on this side all have blue shoes, and these two and the Player 1 both have red shoes. Otherwise, you can see the colors as they are. They all have the same accessories, of course, not counting paint, and the clear one's accessories are all clear. So that covers all of the variants. Let's talk about the figure and its accessories. For the accessories, we have a little book bag or backpack, whatever you want to call it. It does latch and open, and you can fit stuff inside. You can put this over her shoulder. She comes with 2 books. Like I said, they fit inside. They're actually really well done. They have pages and paintwork and shading and that kind of stuff. So that's a pretty cool accessory. She's got a little camera with a gloss paint on the lens and some silver detailing. She's got a shoe. She's got a pointer finger, like pointing at something. She's got an open hand for each side. And she has a fist hand for each side. And she has an alternate head. Now, the problem with the Sakura figure is they went with the anime style again, which is okay. It's not the best, I don't think, because it doesn't really match the rest of the figures as well as it could, but she is kind of usually in this sort of design, this sort of style, so it doesn't really bother me too much. But just like Chun-Li, I think it would have been better if they gave her a little bit more of a realistic look. But either way, you have the smiling face and then the open yelling face. Okay. As far as paint goes, she's got all the paint you want. She's got shading on the white parts, shading on the colored parts. Not so much shading in the hair though. The paintwork on the face, though it is the anime style, is really well done. Shading throughout all of the skin, and then the shoes are done pretty well also. The texture work, sculpt work is great. She's got the little checkerboard on the shoes there. The laces are all sculpted. The skirt is sculpted well. The tie, everything is just really well done. I do like this figure a lot. Really the only drawback it is, other than the anime styling, is the feet. Again, like Gen, they don't ever go flat, so it is tricky to pose. And she doesn't have any weight to her lower body at all, so she's kind of top heavy. Other than that, she's a really, really good figure. As far as articulation goes, the head is on a ball peg, and you have a great range of motion on this figure. You'll pose it however you want and won't have any trouble. The shoulders are ball discs, technically, although they are very limited due to the sculpt. You can see the disc in there, but you are not going to get a whole lot of posing out of that. You can force it and get a little bit more. I mean, you can get enough done, but it is pretty limited. There's a bicep swivel there, double jointed elbow, wrist rotation, and wrist pivot. She has an ab crunch, which is hidden underneath her shirt, which it is a softer plastic, so it's not really going to get in the way too much. The ab crunch works very well both ways. She has a waist twist, and then the skirt is soft also for the T-jointed hips. She's got a really good range of motion despite the skirt. I mean, it's flexible enough to where you won't have too much trouble posing her. So they did a really good job with that. She has a thigh swivel built in, double jointed knees, ankle swivel, which also makes it difficult for her to stand, ankle pivot, foot swivel, and a toe joint. And again, there's just great detailing on the entire figure. I do wish it had a little bit more musculature, but unlike Cammy, I think it's okay for Sakura here because she's supposed to be a kid, so she doesn't need the muscular definition that Cammy should have had. So I'm okay with it, and overall it's still just a great figure. You can see that the fingers are sculpted individually. There's just great detail. What she loses in size for the figure itself, she has in accessories. So really, it's a great figure. It's probably not one of my favorites just because it's got a couple flaws and it's hard to stand, but it's still definitely a really good figure, and I do recommend it. So there it is. There's round 3 Sakura. Go pick it up if you can. I do recommend it. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for the rest of the SOTA Street Fighter figure reviews, and in the meantime, keep collecting.